I used to think I was a great cat owner. I fed him every day, gave him toys, kept his litter box clean. And then a vet told me something that stopped me cold. Half of what you're doing at home is stressing your cat out. I didn't believe her. But the more I looked into it, the more I realized I'd been hurting my cat for years without knowing it. So today I'm sharing 17 things most owners do that are silently damaging their cat's health and trust. Some of these surprised even me. Kissing your cat on the nose. I know. That little pink nose is adorable, and you want to kiss it. I did it too. But here's what I didn't understand. A cat's nose has around 2 million olfactory receptors. When you put your face right up to it and exhale coffee, toothpaste, lunch, all of that hits the cat's sensory system like a freight train. But there's something even more primal happening. In the animal world, a predator brings its face close right before it attacks. Your cat doesn't consciously think that, but genetically, that instinct is still wired in. So what feels like love to you feels like a threat to them. Over time, repeated stress from this changes the cat's behavior. They start hiding when you come close. They flinch. The trust quietly erodes. Instead, try a slow blink eyes, half closed, slow, deliberate. That's I love you in cat language. Try it. Your cat might actually blink back. By the time we get to mistake number 7, you'll understand why your cat wakes you up at 3 a.m. and why you train them to do it yourself. Waking a sleeping cat. Cats sleep between 16 and 20 hours a day. That's not laziness, that's biology. During deep sleep, their immune system recharges and cells repair themselves. During REM sleep, they process information and regulate mood. Sound familiar? Because it's the same for us. When you interrupt that cycle just to pet them, just because they look so cute, you're doing real damage. Chronically sleep-deprived cats become irritable, more prone to illness, and age faster. So the next time your cat is curled up in the middle of the couch and you need to get past go around, that's love. Screaming at your cat for misbehavior. I lost my temper once. My cat knocked a full glass of water off my desk for the 4th time that week, and I shouted. He ran under the bed and didn't come out for hours. Here's the thing. Cats don't connect your anger to what they did. If more than a few seconds have passed, you're just a loud, scary human to them. They don't feel guilt. They feel fear, and fear leads to more stress, more marking, more hiding. Every time you shout at a cat, you make a deposit into a trauma account they carry for years. Instead, remove access to the thing they shouldn't touch. Reward the behavior you want. That actually works. Holding your cat when it wants to leave. When a cat struggles in your arms and you hold tighter thinking it'll calm down, thinking it'll get used to it, you're triggering a survival reflex. In the wild, being held down and unable to move means one thing. A predator has you. The fight to escape isn't attitude, it's panic. And here's what stays. The cat begins to associate your hands with loss of control. Next time you reach down, they back away before you even touch them. You've accidentally trained them to fear you. Let the cat choose. Put your hand out, sit down, wait. A cat that comes to you voluntarily will sit in your lap far longer than one you force there. Mistake number 6 is one I see in almost every home, and it's quietly causing kidney disease in cats worldwide. Leaving the TV on for company. I used to leave the TV on when I left the house. Thought it would keep my cat from feeling lonely. Turns out, I was creating hours of unpredictable noise and flickering light while he couldn't escape any of it. Cats perceive screen refresh rates differently. What looks smooth to us looks like rapid flashing to them. And random loud sounds, a scream, an explosion, a car honk startle a sleeping cat who has no way to locate or assess the threat. High-frequency sounds from electronics that we can't even hear? Cats can, for hours. Silence is genuinely better. Or soft music specifically composed for cats. Yes, that exists. Using a spray bottle as punishment. This one is everywhere. I used to do it. It seems harmless. It's just water, right? Here's the problem. The cat doesn't connect the water to the behavior. It connects the water to you. So you don't teach it to stop doing the thing you teach it, to stop doing the thing when you're watching, and you become unpredictable and frightening. Worse, Some cats develop a fear of water and start drinking less. Chronic dehydration in cats leads directly to kidney disease. It's not an obvious connection, but veterinarians make it constantly. A spray bottle and kidney failure, the same source. Throw it away. Use physical barriers, double-sided tape on furniture, close doors, redirect, don't punish. Feeding your cat right after you wake up. This is the one that creates the 3 a.m. wake-up calls. And I created it myself. The moment you get out of bed and immediately feed your cat, you've built an association. Your movement equals food. So the cat starts testing earlier and earlier. 6 a.m. becomes 5 a.m., becomes 4 a.m., becomes 2 a.m., and every time you dragged yourself out of bed to feed them just to get back to sleep, you reinforce the pattern. The fix is simple. Wait 30 to 60 minutes after waking before feeding. Or better, use an automatic feeder on a timer. The cat learns to listen for the feeder, not watch you. Within 2 to 3 weeks, the pattern breaks completely. Your sleep changes overnight. Playing with your cat, using your hands. A kitten nibbling your fingers is cute. An adult cat drawing blood is not. And here's the uncomfortable truth. You taught them that hands are prey. Every time fingers wiggled and the kitten chased them, you carved that association deeper. Now your cat hunts your hands the same way it hunts a toy mouse with full intensity. And when guests come over and reach out to say hello, your cat's instinct doesn't know the difference. Cat bites are genuinely dangerous. The bacteria in a cat's mouth cause deep infections that can require hospitalization. Use toys on wands. If the cat bites your hand, go completely still. Pulling away looks like a prey reflex and escalates the attack. Freeze, disengage, and redirect. Putting the food bowl near the litter box. This is basic instinct. Cats do not eat where they eliminate. In the wild, doing so would attract predators and spread disease. The smell from even a clean litter box registers as deeply wrong to a cat's nose, which is thousands of times more sensitive than ours. When the bowls are too close, appetite drops and water intake drops. Less water means urinary crystals, bladder infections, kidney stress. Different rooms is ideal. If you only have one room, at minimum 3 to 5 meters between them, and place the water bowl separate from the food in nature, water near a kill was often contaminated. That instinct still runs. Touching the belly when the cat shows it. The exposed belly is a compliment. It means your cat trusts you enough to show you their most vulnerable spot. It is not an invitation. In most cats, touching the belly immediately triggers a defensive reflex, claws, and teeth before conscious thought. You didn't do anything wrong. But the cat just got frightened while in a vulnerable position, and next time they'll think twice before showing you that kind of trust. Acknowledge it. Say something nice. Maybe scratch under the chin. Don't reach for the belly unless you've spent months building that specific trust. The last few mistakes are ones most people never even consider, and one of them involves something that smells amazing to you and is toxic to your cat. Ignoring behavior changes. Cats hide illness. This isn't stubbornness, it's survival programming. In the wild, a sick animal is a target, so they mask weakness until they physically can't anymore. By the time your cat is obviously unwell, the disease has often been developing for weeks or months. The early signs are behavioral: eating a little less, hiding slightly more, not jumping to that favorite spot. Each one alone means nothing. Together, they're a signal. Track changes. Visit the vet twice a year even when nothing seems wrong. An attentive owner genuinely adds years to a cat's life. Using essential oils and diffusers around cats. This one is invisible and it's dangerous. Cats lack the liver enzymes needed to metabolize many compounds found in essential oils. The molecules don't pass through, they accumulate. Tea tree, eucalyptus, citrus, peppermint, all harmful. Vapors settle on the cat's fur, and they lick it off during grooming. Symptoms of toxicity, drooling, tremors, loss of coordination appear only after significant liver damage has already occurred. Many cat owners never make the connection between the diffuser running in the living room and the liver disease, diagnosed 6 months later. Remove all essential oils from a home with cats. There are no safe ones. Open windows without secure screens. High-rise syndrome is a real medical diagnosis. Cats fall. They get distracted, lose balance, misjudge distance, and the myth that cats always land safely is just that, a myth. From the second or third floor, they don't have enough height to right themselves. From higher floors, the impact is still severe even with a perfect landing. A standard mosquito net does not hold a cat's weight. You need a metal mesh screen designed specifically for cats. The cost is nothing compared to emergency surgery or losing them entirely. Using a covered litter box. The covered litter box traps everything inside, which is exactly the problem. For you, it hides the smell. For your cat, every visit means breathing concentrated ammonia in an enclosed space with no escape. Ammonia irritates the respiratory tract and eyes. Cats begin avoiding the box altogether and finding somewhere they can actually breathe: your carpet, your closet, behind the sofa. And then we wonder why they're not using the litter box. We created conditions they can't tolerate. An open box cleaned frequently is better than a covered box cleaned occasionally. Punishing territorial marking without understanding why. Marking is not spite, it's communication and usually distress. A new pet in the home. Construction noise, your schedule suddenly changing, an undiagnosed urinary infection. Stress manifests as marking, and punishing that stress creates more of it. More punishment, more stress, more marking. The cycle compounds. If your cat starts marking outside the litter box, the first step is the vet not discipline. Rule out medical causes, then look at what changed. Pheromone diffusers help with territorial anxiety. Understanding the cause is the only thing that actually solves it. Trimming the whiskers. Whiskers are not decorative. They're a sensory organ packed with nerve endings that detect air movement, spatial relationships, the width of gaps before the cat commits to entering them. Without whiskers, a cat becomes spatially disoriented. They crash into furniture. They miscalculate jumps. They're afraid in a space they used to navigate perfectly. Grooming salons sometimes trim whiskers. Don't allow it. Children sometimes cut them, not understanding the consequences. Explain why. Never touch a cat's whiskers, they grow back, but the weeks of disorientation and fear in between are real suffering. Giving cow's milk as a treat. The image of a cat with a saucer of milk is one of the most persistent myths in pet ownership and one of the most harmful. Most adult cats are lactose intolerant. After weaning, their bodies stop producing the enzyme that breaks down lactose. Milk causes bloating, cramps, and diarrhea. The cat drinks it anyway because it's rich and fatty pleasure and harm at the same time. Chronic digestive disruption leads to nutrient malabsorption. The cat looks fine on the outside while quietly not getting what it needs. Lactose-free cat milk exists as an occasional treat, but water and quality food are genuinely everything your cat needs. So here's what I've come to understand. Most of the damage we do to our cats doesn't come from neglect.